Grand Rising on Realm 9. Grand Rising on Realm 9. Y'all don't worry about that line, that equator line right there. Yeah, that's Grand Rising on Realm 9. Give me a minute while I get the display all straight and stuff. You know what I'm talking about? The glaze gonna kind of go like that because, you know what I'm talking about? So I'ma consciously be doing this a lot because I just, my glasses are part of my body. You know, you've been doing it all your life, wearing them all your life. You know what I'm talking about? Them glasses, people know what I'm talking about. We conscious of it. You know what I'm talking about? How y'all doing out there? Realm 9, Grand Rising. Be special today. Little caffeine. Can I get it in your system? Inject a little bit of mind, body, and soul out here, y'all. How y'all doing out there? Y'all good? Looking good out there. Looking good. Some caught me off guard. Like, really caught me off guard. See, Florida out there going going ham. Ooh, think of that, H-A-M, going ham. I don't know if people would say extreme or not. If a call, like, you know how the call, y'all know the call? And anybody know the call? The call. Allah Akbar. Don't get mad at me. They send me across that water. Them folks, my old boss sent me across that water. I learned some stuff. The whole nation, everybody. Allah Akbar. What that mean? Collectively, come on. Don't forget about God. We're going to pray. Collectively, the call. Allah. So, what I'm alluding to, I'm not making fun of anything because I practice that. After a while, you get to sitting up there, knowing you got to, I don't know why I put my coffee up when it's coffee morning. When you embedded, right, on a protect and serve tour, you seem to, I did, adhere to the calling. Personifying to keep it fresh on your mind that our Most High, God, one God, in the order of us to move in one fashion, to just keep the peace among us. That's it. When you cognizant of that, that one thought, cognizant of that, you know what I'm saying, does something to the whole population. That's on you to feel, you got to understand that, research that to see, how that affect you. Because most people say, well, that's an apparatus of control and compliance. You know what I'm saying? You don't comply, then we be all up in your house. But no. For centuries. So, that I correlate with what I seen this morning. And waking up and I don't know if it was, I'm saying Petersburg because it's staying up in the energy. Right. Those that know that I know. So many down there. So like they say, instead of hitting the nail with the hammer, you using the nail and hammer effect, being corresponded and comprehended that, let's do it simple. Papers. Let's get them papers. Sign them papers, get them papers signed. Enough money was to use to stop it and influence and whatever, physical acts. So just do that simple thing. That's all one need. That's it. Disconnect, on the legal realm, on the whatever realm, so that what those that want it to happen, me look like I'm a cheater or this or that, so the scales will be weighed the same with the other person. No, I'm not. I'm sorry. We'll do 2 3s. So we witnessed the let me show what perplexes me. So yeah, the damn, my sock was that damn crooked. I know you 5'6", bro, but man, shoot, that like you. We can't have our socks crooked and stuff. We gotta go out the house, come out the house, looking square on one. Cause if not, they got their checklists out there. Yeah. His socks were crooked, and his socks were crooked, and his this and that, and I think he's going crazy. As we've been processing, connect. Thank you so much for everything you do. So many of y'all do out there. Appreciate y'all. We're gonna talk about a couple of things today. We'll keep it in this one then, because this is fruitful. So when let's talk about in our religious text. Let's go in there. Things that we know. Let's talk about the things that we say. There's things that you should not talk about, because you get to know solution. You get to know, it just opens up so much stuff that, right, people won't understand. But I think that's the reason for that, is because in religion, the translations can go in so many directions. So many. So what I feel that was played on you, let's summarize. People find out who you is, cool. People find out who you been around, cool. The energy gets, cool. Once that is done, pay attention. In the energy of people finding out who you are and all that stuff, no reverence of what is being reverenced now. God this, God that, woo. None of that. By one couple. But outside of that, just nefarious, shown. And so play on God. Then as you keep going, we keep going, people get distracted, we are who we are. Less God, more. I show in front of you, we doing this, we doing that, blah, blah, blah. We got this, cool. That die out. We sitting back looking. Then the pressure of, why, from the other side, what I want, disconnect, Now I can't give you that, because now back on, we do that, we know that. You disconnect in so many ways, we lose. Okay, cool. But these are godly folk. See what I'm talking about? Why are we playing the game like that? See what I'm talking about? So then the nefarious manipulation and all that stuff to do the power grab, power containment, maintain, sustain for our use gets lost, because one wakes up and says, okay, I know who's against me, Most High shows in that. Okay, cool. Now the construction of can't get it no more. Now we go in our feelings and we go back in, because we have been listening and learning of what we've been hearing and understand. We have disconnected spirituality and everything from Most High to our services and things like that. And our services have been servicing for our purpose, but now the purpose of servicing for the right reason, because the divine energy is here. And many are calling on the divine energy to do its work rather than the laws of the land that does not want to do its work, or is slow to do its work, or its translation of the type of work it feels it desires down here. What do I mean? In the church, we all inherently understood about the church, especially when you see the pressures of people saying stuff like divorce is not this, and we shouldn't get divorced. And then you got a preacher that sits up and drives down your road and stuff like that and says stuff like, oh, don't get divorced, and you shouldn't leave your wife. And you're like, how you come out the woodworks 3 years later with this crap? So you understanding this stuff. You see what you getting what I'm saying? So the question I have, and we'll answer it, we'll get on. We talk about the things of Adam and Eve, right? We talk about eating the apple. This is where I'll lead to, the apple. Knowledge of God, biting the apple. No, don't go about the theory, understand or worry about the theory of the apple, did it happen? It's myth, allegory, or whatever it is. Just listen to the concept. Biting the apple, getting the knowledge, being in the same intelligence span, same thinking span of Most High, in the thinking apparatus of Most High. What I mean by, curiosity, who is Most High, what is that? Because before that, never questioned, you know what I'm saying? Dumbfounded in some ways. So what we understanding now to, what I'm bleeding to is, give me a minute. Got a lot of stuff. It's all right. I like it. They love it. Them folks just love me, man, and they just want to get near me. So I'm not mad about it, but I ain't gonna let them. What I ain't gonna let them do is stop letting people play in your face and stuff. Whether it's good or bad, protected or not, I don't know. The madness still be the madness. So when you become, let's get direct with it. When you start becoming the public or the world's understanding that, people look at you now and then, okay, you done made some statements and you done proved yourself in so many ways. You still alive, folks done threw this and that at you. And so you carry the persona and characteristics of what came before, all right, whether it be Christ, Jesus, Muhammad, Gandhi, all the efforts that come before us, right? And so in that, people of religion, what we're gonna lead to, people of religion become see, that's how I know people following you stuff. I'm slowing down 25 miles an hour. You work to jump behind me. See, there you go. So people of religion, let's talk about the apple, the biting of the apple. At this point, it becomes important to start to understand and analyze, because then it starting to better analyze our situations of the past and history. Because in some great ways, we don't. That scripture of the importance why playing God, being God, apparatus of that is so many ways a civilization killer. You know what I'm saying? Control who come in and out. Control the birth rate. You understand what I'm getting at? You see what's going on? Control how you operate, how you move, what you can and can't do. Inherit type rights. You know what I'm saying? Automatic inherit rights that you should have. Knowing that it's going to come a time when, if already not now, babies being born are going to have something put inside them. See what I'm talking about? Because half of us are running around with what? Something inside us. See how it go? So, concerning, because the average citizen, right, which I consider myself as, right, a little bit more. Any soldier should, right? Because you didn't went across that water, sacrifice, especially if you did over 20, you know. That's saying something right there. And you're still alive, right? So you're not really average, you're not better, you ain't saying you're better, but you did some stuff to, you know, talk about and give you some rites of passage, you know what I'm saying, to use all freedoms that are inherent in our, you know, society, all right, to the best of its ability, all right? So I say y'all that defining, of course I'm gonna bring that up because, and no doubt, I know I'm somebody in this world right here within our little place that got this blue, red, white, and red flag and stuff. You know, a lot of people have pride for it and stuff like that, but in reality, can't say they did something for it. You know what I'm saying? They just going off the backs of other people and stuff like that. You see what I'm talking about? So we keep leading and going and saying things like, so you do enough to get to the point, being Most High's bait, right? To get to the point where that the volume you talk get much louder, starts to be heard, and you sit and you still question, like, those that know better, what's the hold up? It can't be that serious that, like, people's names ain't gonna have to be on the paperwork saying, I stopped this, I tried to stop this. I don't need all that. Just that judge, that lawyer, that person sign yours, I'll sign mine, and I don't need to know who stopped who. But that's the effect. And it's like, what do y'all think? If that happens, that's gonna be your demise or something? Is that what people think? Like, soon as that happens and that cord get cut, like, now you gonna go through. If you let me show you something. I'm not getting it, but I'm gonna try my best with this, cause it seemed like Bible study, all that, like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, but you're dealing with people who know this stuff, teach this stuff, you know, and that's when the comprehension of when somebody say, baby, people just out here playing about this God stuff, make it sound good and sound good to everybody else, but really, you know, regurgitate it and be about it. Not so. And it's disturbing. It really is. Like, over the divorce papers, over people holding that back, feeling. So your karma get just as worse. I need you to understand that. The more you hold back, the more you steal paperwork, mail. Somebody setting y'all up. A lot of y'all. I say that. I'll go ahead and say that. Whether it's orchestrated within the circle to do this and stuff, we're being told that, oh, we're gonna agree to do this and we'll bite the bullet and stuff like that. Like that. Somebody setting you up. The leader that said do that set you up. All right. But it'll go back to them, Brandon. They'll be on their deathbed soon trying to play with me. And then those within there, you know what I'm saying, they play that game like that. Right? We know all this. We know all this crap. I told you this fool over here sent up here and gave me some dirty mail. I'm waiting for this one to come out and just, I'm waiting for you, bro. I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you. Right? Remember your partner on the corner who owned this house, his people gone. We're going to keep talking this, man. This ain't going to stop until people get off their ass and start doing what's right. Right? For sure. For sure. So, Florida, you can baptize the whole goddamn state down there in that damn nasty ass water all you want to. I ain't gonna wash nothing now. It ain't the ocean you screwed over. It ain't Florida you screwed over. That go to Rome, India, the White House, Texas Cap. That go to everything that seems like it wants to be that. These ain't threats, man. I don't do threats like that. Not like that. I'm only dealing with Most High's people and God's people, man. Not me. Not me. Not Sean. I'm human just like everybody else. In so many ways. Just the human that recognize and ask the Lord, can I work for you? Can I work for you? And to get back from the Most High, sorry this strikes a lot of y'all wrong and messed up. Child, you've been working for me all your life. Thanks for asking, though. And then when they truly get plugged in, you know what I'm talking about? Without all the I told some of y'all, trigger warning. Somebody out there right now, as you watch me, I said 3 years ago, if I was in that church asking for help, what I say? If I was asking for assistance on here from the churches, what I say? What I say 3 years ago? Tell me I'm a lie. Tell me I'm a lie. And now we trying to baptize ourselves in some fucking water. Instead of baptizing ourselves and doing all that corny ass shit. You so intelligent ass fucking church people. I'm talking just like this. Get your ass out there and complain about everybody and them beaches and shit. They got trash and fucking shit every goddamn where. Algae all up on it and shit. You wanna know why I'm saying that? Thank you, Miss Rogers. See, we concern ourselves about crap around here, man. 4 years ago, 5 years ago now. 6 on that, probably longer. This ignorant person here that I'm still connected to on paper, telling me about a friend down there in West Texas, where we from, little town, big. Talk about it, spring. Flesh-eating disease. Ain't nobody talking about it. News ain't nobody talking about it. This person up there, yeah, she got this, and now don't nobody know. What the fuck you mean nobody know what's going on? It's on her skin and shit. Damn. She been to the hospital? Yeah, what you mean? Only thing they don't know what the hell going on here. Cancer, HIV, and da-da-da. Ebola, them things they can't. So what the hell you mean they can't tell? Right there in West Texas. Flesh-eating disease. The one you talking about right now, Ms. Dr. Rogers. Contact. Just eating wingworms and shit like that. Same thing. Same thing. That's why I want them papers. Because y'all fucked up. Set me up with this shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's the case of showing that I ain't gonna touch my son. Whoop. Eat all them foods up. Eat all them. See what I'm talking about? So, yeah. And you gonna go baptize yourself and then spread this shit all around. Boy, that's human beings. So we stay on point with it. Understand how religion folks think about divorce and how they woo and da-da-da. So damn sad, though. It's like, you sit there and your Bible thumping asses and da-da-da. And you sit up here and find out, don't know how long you've been known, but this person is doing this, woo, and running around here, woo. And your mouth don't dry out, you know, like, no, you come on videos and make fun of somebody who sit at home, make their own studio, use their own thing, do their own healing and shit, with your wife and all that stuff. You remember? Hey, man, you remember? But you won't, you know what I'm talking about? Y'all some weird folks. Y'all some weird folks out here. But you ain't trying to fix this stuff. Let's go throw ourselves in some dirty, and act like we baptizing ourselves. Sorry, Lord. Sorry, Lord. Who? I know what you're saying. You're contradicting yourself. I call it contradictory, right? If I didn't know the process. Pay attention. What's the process? What happens with you when you have a problem in your neighborhood? What examples have you set for yourself, my son, my child? Explain to your peers. To those who say, I'm a child of God. I'll explain my father, my mother, Zudakias, underneath, Supreme, Gaia, still living. Watch this. It's been a while. I ain't had to sit down with my most high too hard, heavy, and look for the answers of why and stuff like that. Been living in my garden as the Adam that I am. I hope you grasp that. So the balance of things for my personal individual is coming to my aura of putting down a feeling. But when it gets disturbed, I go for the answers within. If it's not quickly able to grasp it, sit down, you can grasp it. After sitting down, then I can foster the energy of knowing what's the direction to go forward. So is it to weaponize myself so that when it happens again, that I can destroy it so it don't happen again, or weaponize myself to be so much of a developer in it, with a developer understanding that you are up here. You don't choose to be, you don't try to be, you don't make yourself better with it, but you got to put yourself up here within yourself so that you operate up here. So what does that mean? Next door neighbor have an issue with her, find a way. You're supposed to find a way because you know better. You're up here. Grasp that. Not saying anything down here is below you or anything like that, but operational wise, not up here what you know how to operate. So you will go get a card. You don't give a damn how simp or how what you look like in front of them. They can even come on for you. Well, you a simp. I could give a damn about you because I'm the simp that got to worry about the jail, the hospital, the hospital. You see, I'm the one, not you. Watch yourself. So, but you watch me, not yourself. So, quelling the issue, right? Quelling it it's the same thing that you would want somebody who's presidential come with a resolution and solution. And quelling it shows your leadership with things like people know that. Folks know that. These great leaders know that. They see that. They know that. So we're not going to boost the ego with it. I'm just showing common ear wise. All right, common ear wise effect because it can be effective both ways. You quelling stuff outside, just as easy shows your quellingness with inside to do it in your house with your wife, your children, and stuff like that. But keeping the animosity, keeping the temper and all that stuff with people around you, stuff, it's the same thing you're gonna take inside your house. That's what people seeing and stuff like that. So I bring that to the point of those who've been orchestrating these Timu moments and stuff like that. And show your characteristics, your true persona, what you allow and comfortable with. And then you want to worry about what's going on in your life, why it's going like it is. Shameful game. Truly have to ask yourself, how godly have I been walking under the knowledge of the apple that I bit? Let's get to the knowledge. Why back then it was like forbidden fruit in so many ways, because biting that apple, it's not the apple, the symbolic or whatever of the apple. It's becoming more knowledgeable. And then what is the assistance of becoming more knowledgeable? Because then you have to ask, okay, who put the apple there? That's what you got to get to. Because if you're told not to bite the apple, then why would God put the apple there and you not to bite? You know what I'm saying? God ain't chaotic in the space of energy of creating chaos. See what I'm talking about? So then who put the apple there? For the knowledge. One of us. One of them 23 or 24 when you're going to look at it, scientists and most high say, I give you imminent power to start creating and doing. One of us put that apple in there. Because you had to say, and it's an angel, it's something just in between you and the humans and all that stuff. So in a cruel game, you too can have the knowledge like God. And I always said, you don't think of your angels like they all perfect and da-da-da. Then you got kicked out. When you sitting up here calling falling and all this stuff, some of them disobey God, went against God. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not here to tell you, I'm just telling you, all right, my download, understanding. So, it's an interesting theory. Are you not one below us? Are you not one below me? Many of you and us, we got to sit up here and think about that. Well, damn, am I godly? When there's such things around you, like, are you? Is you stupid? And I just say that in the most respectful way. It's like, are you godly? You got to question that. Like, you yourself don't know not a damn thing natural that's made around you, how it first beginning. Just don't know. But something that made you do. See how I go? You know yourself what you did make as a man, human, mankind. That's collectively, all of us, all of us. One person do it, we all did it. See what I'm getting at? So, just questioning that, of course you're going to question Most High. You're going to question all kinds of stuff, which you're supposed to, in the most honest way, right? But what you can't theorize in so many ways and pinpoint, you got to take it for how you take it. That's your willpower going right there. So the point of it is, though, eating the apple, whatever that was, and coming into intelligence, double-edged sword, some say, through time, the most hazardous thing we could do, because then we started acting like God. Go, yeah, you ain't lying. Disturbingly. Gentlemen. And then think about it. Makes sense to me. Ask me if this makes sense. If I can get a population of human beings manipulated, influenced, transformed to robotic, right? Then it dies them down and brings, we always talk about the AI, the robot that's coming, right? Stand up. Dilute. Dilute you. Dilute you, because the robot not gonna ask. We keep talking. I'll be repetition about it. The robot ain't gonna talk back. The robot ain't gonna ask questions. The robot ain't gonna worry about the tide of power changing the vote. It just ain't. The clone don't give a dang. The thing that look like you but doesn't think like you. I push the button, the nano, whatever to think for. Ain't gonna know. But you have a controlled society. So people like myself, yourself, who think for self and stuff like that, yeah, you gotta go. You gotta go. Or like the music I put out, please continue to shrink yourself. And like I'm saying, right? Underground, see, understand. Shrink yourself to the point that this means much more. Invest in your pleasure. Invest in what you look like. Invest in flesh criteria, where the not flesh growth criteria, not flesh expansion, not flesh producing, flesh destruction. Flesh destruction on the outside, that makes a lot of sense, because you got the flesh-eating disease. Talk about it now. Think about this. Flesh-eating disease. So flesh destruction, flesh-eating disease on the outside, eating to get to where? To the inside. Come on, brother. Come on. Flesh destruction, because when you start, your flesh to start destruction, you start looking bad. What you start doing? Ooh, what's going on with me? Fear, all that stuff. I'm ugly, woo. That's inner core. That hits you in the core, right? Right? Self-esteem bring you down. Come on, man. And we talking about, not on no peer pressure stuff. We talking about levels, right? Bring that along. Bring these STDs, compound that, all this other stuff like that. Now you got the human being disgusted of each other. Ooh, come on now. Let's talk real. Come on now. This ain't about no like button. Do you like you? You like you don't care about no like button. That's what they wanted you to do. That's what they want you to fall in that trap. Because we already, see what I'm talking about? Ain't those, shh. Ain't this adding up? Ain't all this adding up? If you don't like you, psychiatrists, doctors, help me with this. Doctors down there in Brazil. All y'all out there, come on now. Who that? Dr. Shine? Who else out there? Dr. Toy? Who else out there? Got some doctors on my line. Dr. Mumbai? Who out there? Over there, across that water? I got some doctors. Even Dr. DeGrasse. Pull out all the doctors. Dr. Fauci. Pull out all the doctors. Come on. Help me out on this one. If I don't like myself, sip some coffee. Let's make this theatric. It's True Man show. True Man. If I don't like myself, that like button could be my destruction, couldn't it? If I don't like myself. See how they put you in? Are you trapped? If I don't like myself, that like button could be a success button. Y'all up in the studio? Y'all up in the studio? I got room up in here. Don't worry about it. We ain't in the 355. We in the 355 and a half. I got room up in here. Jump on up in here. You know you can get them big grape ape Nephilims up in one car. You know, big gray back gorilla in the mist looking. I'm saying something. If I don't like myself. Kobe! How them free throws? Hit them free throws, baby. Y'all think Kobe practiced some free throws? You wasn't in me. You wasn't in the gym with me on them last 3, bro. You could have got 3 more. You ain't want to shoot with me in the gym at them free throws. If I didn't like myself, y'all think that like button would have been done destroyed me? Or you? How many folks you think that? You think that's why people... I almost went over there. I ain't gonna lie. I said, man, I'll go mess with these bots, bro. I almost got like humanity. I ain't lying. I did. I was about to go good, but I say, but you cheap, though. You cheap. You don't... How you gonna spend some money on some bots? And the bots ain't gonna talk back. The bot's gonna give you chat back, cheap GPT info. You don't want that. You want that natural tone. You want stuff that, spelled wrong and stuff like that. And like, oh, that's a human being. What y'all think? Then I said, nah, I stay botless. Cause knowing I go buy some YT bots or some TTI bots or whatever bots, I'm just putting in somebody else's pocket that's botting it. Bot not it. You Guology. Guology. So the moral to this story right here, because it is a story, it's turning into many stories, is love yourself. Love yourself. Touch a little tone. We're gonna include, yeah, let's go. Lecturatory a little bit. Helpful. To the boat and post. This morning. It's work. Let's talk about it. Marriage is work. I'm not this segment right here. We're gonna go off Brent. I think I should have. Yeah. Let's end this right here.